Hello, you're warmly welcome to another episode of Digivation Archives. I am Gideon Tobiloba. Over the past 10 years, the contribution of ICT to the GDP of the country has seen a steady increase, and as of today, that figure stands at 14.07%. On today's show, we will give you a look at what can be said to be a foundation of this success. When the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, created the Ministry of Communications and Technology.
How smooth has it been for you riding through this 1 year?
I think the way to describe it, Bayo, is that it's been like a roller coaster. I mean, there's been some very good times and there have been some down times. But I think overall, I think that we've had a very good 1 year in terms of establishing the ministry and really determining where we want the ministry and the industry to go.
In 1 year as a minister in the first ICT ministry, what has been your major headache?
I think really the headache challenge, it's really more about the pace at which we've been able to move. You know, we spent the first, I would say, 4 months or so just really, having a ministry, the bifurcation between this ministry and the Information and Communication Ministry, getting directors seconded, getting a permanent secretary deployed and all of that. So I think it really has been the pace. And coming from the private sector where things, as you alluded to earlier in the interview, where things do move a lot faster, I think that's probably been the greatest challenge. And of course the capacity.
That what the minister has been able to do is to put things in a place. So it is now that we will begin to reap the fruits of what she has done. It took her, I would say, in my own case, between 3 to 4 to 5, 6 months of briefing and telling her these are the things we wanted and this is how we think we will get these things and so on and so forth. And don't forget that the budget constraint is also another thing for you to start thinking that a new brand ministry will just wake up to today, tomorrow you start counting the blessings. So I'm saying she has identified what to be done and how they will be done in the next few months and so on, or a couple of a year or years, we begin to see the good things that he has actually put in place.
What I've gained from this ministry and this administration, the creation has actually opened up the door of the values of ICT, not only to Nigeria, but for all of us. One, there were certain things we were trying to do. Like I said, IT Park, Software Development Center, and other activities, maybe public access venues, which the minister told us to actually set up a committee in which I was the chairman. All what she actually embraced all the ideas that we were doing. Very important because if a minister or a leader doesn't have that collaborative aspect, you can't continue.
What is the major thing in your achievement and 1 year of achievement that you say, okay, the stakeholders both within and outside, can say this is what we have been able to put together and the benefits of the ministry to the yearnings to the nation?
First of all, that there is an increase in the domestic participation in the ICT industry and the local content agenda. We have very significantly, we have a strategy and a roadmap for broadband penetration, and we're working towards, and we're seeing progress in broadband penetration, the speed and the cost that you talked about. And thirdly, and quite importantly, we haven't really talked about it, is really around IT in government. We should begin to see some level of e-government, absolutely. We should begin to see more e-government and more government services being available online.
From the perspective of regulator, it is not an easy job because we are placed between the consumers and the service providers. And we have to satisfy both the consumers and satisfy the service providers. At times, it's a delicate balance. So it has not been easy. But we have been lucky to have a ministry run by a minister that understands the issues. She has helped us, assisted us in all these issues, especially the one that involves intervention by the government. Issues such as quality of service, such as right of way, such as vandalization of assets and things of that sort. She has helped us greatly to achieve solutions in these areas.
Well, I think it's been great to have a ministry in place as a focal point for policy in the communication sector. And in the first year, indeed, that is what the minister and her team have focused on. They have put forward a draft ICT policy that has been much critiqued by the industry, but I think they are nearing publication of a final policy document now, which I think really incorporated all the stakeholders, operators, new entrants and smaller players. How do we address local content? How do we address the agencies supervised by the ministry? So I think what should come out of it will be a good document. In particular, they've also focused on development, and you can see a lot of energy in the agencies being supervised by the ministry in terms of the initiatives they're working on. Last but not least, and most particular to us, is the issue of broadband and broadband access for all Nigerians.
That's it on our package for today. For more ICT-related news and events, please visit our website at www.digivationnetwork.com or our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/digivationnetwork. And please do not forget to press the subscribe button. Until we come your way again next time, I remain Gideon Tobiloba. Bye and stay safe.